Okay. I will call the July 15th, 2024 regular meeting of the Barnstable Community Preservation Committee to order. This is the notice of recording. This meeting of the Community Preservation Committee is being recorded and broadcast on the town of Barnstable's Government Access Channel. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 20, the chair must inquire whether anyone else is recording this meeting and to please make their presence known. Seeing none. First item on the agenda will be the approval of the Community Preservation regular meeting minutes from June 17th, 2024. Everyone had a chance to look those over? They look good. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the draft Community Preservation Committee regular meeting minutes from June 17th, 2024. Any discussion, changes? Seeing none, all members in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I must abstain.
Terry Duenas abstains. And that is approved. Yes.
So on the front of the agenda for tonight, there is a Zoom link. Should we be concerned? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Thought there was, oh, it was from the minutes. Never mind. I am wrong.
Okay. No problem.
I was close.
We received no letters of intent and no applications. We did receive our fund balances report from Mark Milne, and arriving late today were 3 emails in support of the Comacoid Heights, Oakmont Road land acquisitions. One from Susan and George Murphy. One from Karen Zupko, and another from Alvinia Baxter Moran. So hopefully some of those folks may have come tonight and they can speak later. And that brings us to our first item on the agenda, and that's a discussion on the Oakmont Road Comacoid parcels. We unfortunately weren't able to have anyone from the Water District here, so without that, we're just going to open this to general discussion. Members, any questions on this? The proposal was originally to acquire one of the parcels. We did meet with the Water District folks, Tom Lee and I, and they, at the time, were very much interested in acquiring not only 153 Oakmont, but 137, 119, and 87 to put a well in the middle. Without them here, we can't really discuss what their intent is at this point, but I know some of the folks in the village are here. And if any of you would like to speak to the matter, that'd be great.
Do you mind if I just ask a couple questions before?
Sure, go ahead.
Have we received any letter of intent, or it's just discussion at this time?
We received a letter of intent.
We have. Okay. On
153.
153. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Please state your name for the record.
Hi, I'm Steve Rizzo, and I live in Comacoid at 205 Oakmont Road. I did want to let you know that at the last Prudential Committee meeting of the Fire District, they did agree to move the application for the 153 project forward. I don't have any additional information on the other parcels, but I did want to tell you about that. I obviously am in favor of it since I live next to it. It's 30 some odd acres in total of wooded land, and it is, I'll call it pristine habitat, and it has not been used. The aerial photographs for the parcels there show that it has been in its current state since 1938. There has been one small house built at 119, at the very front of 119 Oakmont, but the rest of it is completely wooded lot, so it'd be nice to be able to save it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Did you say 30 acres? It's 3 acres, right? 153.
Well, 153 is 2.7 acres, but all of those parcels totaled from the 10 acres owned by the Barnstable Fire District all the way across to 80, which is at 175, all the way across to 87, which is the Cobb Trust parcel.
Right.
Totals approximately 30 acres, a little bit more than 30 acres in total.
Right. So your group would support acquiring it all?
Correct.
And,
But we understand that there's only 2 parcels for sale, and it would be, it's kind of like dominoes. You have to acquire what you can, when you can.
okay, that's great.
Can I ask a question?
Sure,
to
go right ahead.
Mr. Rizzo? The 2 that are for sale, it's 153, and what's the other one?
87.
87.
I will
No.
note that 87 did come to the planning board for an A&R that was approved for
That's-
4 parcels.
That's
Four
correct.
lot subdivision.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But what your I mean, I know you can't speak officially for the fire
Fire
district, but
district, right.
what you heard is that regardless of the status of the other 3, they still would seek to proceed with the application for 153?
that's correct.
Understood. Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you.
That should end up in the meeting minutes for the last Prudential Committee meeting.
All right, well, we'll see if we can get some information on that for our next meeting in August and get them in here.
Is there an appraisal in process for the parcel that we're discussing?
We have estimates for appraisals on 153 and 87. That's another point I was going to bring up
Okay.
to you all to get approval to go ahead with those. So we can discuss that. But is there anyone else here that would like to speak regarding? Come on down, give us your name.
Hi, I'm Pete Lepinen, 122 Althea Drive in Comaquid. I just wanted to say that the availability of potential sites for future water development are extraordinarily limited on the Cape. This was the last site that's still available that was identified in that survey 20 years ago. I think if we don't get this property, the next generation, the generation after, is going to be holding us responsible. Because it's just going to be a very, very difficult situation here, as the scarcity of water is going to be more of an issue as we've had more development and as that continues. So just wanted to make that point. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Come on down.
Good evening, committee members. Donald Reynolds, 516 Marston's Lane. Here with
Deborah Reynolds, 516 Marston's Lane.
Could you say that a little bit louder, please?
Deborah Reynolds, 516 Marston's Lane.
just want to come up and make it known that we support in its entirety the acquisition of that open space, all 4 parcels. But certainly for this meeting, we all offer our support for 153.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeff Campbell. I'm here to represent my mother, who owns the property. I just wanted to clearly state it was purchased as an investment, as a buildable lot, and isn't intended to be sold as one. And to my understanding, I don't know all the credentials or, what's transpired in the past, but it was sold as a buildable lot, so if anyone would like to purchase it.
This was what number?
Sorry, what property?
153.
153, so
Yeah.
it's already been sold?
No, my mother
It's for
owns the
sale?
property. It's for sale.
Okay.
So, but thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Anyone else?
My name's Marie Rizzo, and I live in Comaquid. And I just want to reiterate what everyone else has said about the importance of saving this kind of property in Comaquid and for the Barnstable Village area. Because of the amount of development that has been done off Independence and in other, that area of the Barnstable Fire District, we have lost some of the ability to filter the water that comes through the land and into the aquifer. And I think whether the Barnstable Fire District ends up putting wells in there in the near future or further down the road, I think that's something we need to consider, is the quality of the water, in the ground that we are using. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, seeing no more members of the public. I did want to get your approval to go ahead with the appraisals for this property for the August meeting, hopefully. Is there a motion to that?
So move.
Second.
Any further discussion on the appraisals for 153 and 87 Oakmont Road, Comaquid? Seeing none, all members in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. So that's pretty much it, folks, for as far as we're going to go tonight on this. We'll look to see you in August, and we'll get the district folks in here and see what we can work out. Thank you for coming. Next item on the agenda is format for the August 19th meeting. You want to go back to Zoom for that? You want to do it in person again? What's your druthers?
You know I like in person, but
So do I.
I mean, I definitely like coming to the meeting room, but I always defer.
I'm with you. I'm an old meeting in the flesh kind of guy.
Yeah, me too.
So is there an option for us to have some members, if they can only attend remotely, attend remotely, and then?
Nope.
No.
Hybrid is not an option.
Not at this time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been talking about it with the planning board. There's a lot to it, I guess. Yeah, a lot involved.
Well, why don't we try to get in here a little more often than once a year?
Yes, I would agree with that.
I agree.
Or maybe we
Yeah.
do, no, I wouldn't say 6 and 6, but a couple of Zoom meetings and get back.
Well, what if we were to do in-person meetings in times of relatively good weather and remote meetings during the wintertime in the event of bad weather? Or vice versa, where we don't want to battle the traffic because it took forever to get here today. And like maybe do remote meetings in the summer and in person in the winter. I don't know. I'm happy to come in person all the time, but I understand that's not everybody's preference.
Well, let's think about August. Zoom for August?
I like Zoom for August.
Let's see.
Yes.
August, the weather's supposed to be good, right? Let's come in here in person.
Well, somebody going to cook up?
Fine with me.
So we have two. Okay, let's just do it this way. All in favor of in-person for
Farley's
August?
got something.
Go ahead.
Aye.
Yeah,
In-person for August? Yep. 1,
in person.
2, 3, 4, 5, all 6.
Got it. We got it. All
All
right.
right, so it'll be in
There we
person.
go.
In person. Oh, and I was updated by one of the councilors that was here. There is an item on the agenda for approval of the Recreation Committee recommended member on the council agenda.
awesome.
So,
That's fantastic.
Appointments Committee.
Yeah, appointment committee.
So, when that's approved, we'll have a new member.
That's great to hear.
Also, at the August meeting, we'll have our annual election of officers. We'll get that out of the way, and that has to be properly advertised.
The next
In other
meeting
words-
is August the 19th.
August the 19th. All right, and then on to project updates. The Santuit Woodlands CR is scheduled for the July 18th Town Council meeting. I'll be there. As will the Marina Enterprise Fund acquisition of 211 Cedar Tree Neck Road is also scheduled for the council hearing on the 18th.
Nice.
An application is anticipated for the August 19th meeting from the Historic Society of Santuit and Kentuit. And that's additional funding on their project. And the Federated Church of Hyannis is still gathering bids on their graveyard stone restoration project, which, you know, that's an interesting project. I think you're going to see more of that. I mean, if you look at some of these town cemeteries, Cobb's Hill and some of them, these stones need work. You look at the ancient cemetery in Centerville, you've been down Finney's Lane, you can hardly see anything anymore.
Right.
I don't know what you could even do there, but I think you'll see as buildings are repaired, and I think you'll see us leaning more towards that type of restoration on these. But I think you need a champion. Pam Brown, you know, really is the one who championed that Hyannis project. You really need somebody to get in there and do the legwork. Again, this next item is we need additional information from the Water District on 153 and 87 Oakmont. The closing on the Wheeler Holly Preserve took place on March 8th, and acceptance of the trail easement is also on the agenda for the Town Council on July 18th. So we got 3 items on the agenda for this Thursday. The closing, believe it or not, on the Mills property, CR, took place June 27th, 2024. That only took 15 years. So if you want to talk about projects taking a while, 15 years. Work is continuing on the old Colonial Courthouse. They've done all their planning, and they're actually doing physical work, which is wonderful. Sturgis Library just sent us their final thing. That's now complete. I'm going to go over and take a look at the $37,000 heating system. I believe is the final price on that.
Let me know when you're going. I'll join you.
Yeah, if you want. Sure. The playgrounds, as I mentioned, they're still working on them. And the CRs are all done for the rail trail. Bidding goes out on that rail trail in August, so we'll see. I don't think the state will hold it up, but once those bids are out, you'll start to see some action over there. That's what I had. Did I miss anything? Is there any? Don't see anybody in the. That's about it for me. All right. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Any general public comment? I don't know.
I don't see any general publics.
Yeah, got it.
I see some.
I have something to add.
Go ahead, certainly.
So, as many of you know, I'm the program manager for AmeriCorps Cape Cod. We recruit people each year to come and live and serve on the Cape, and a lot of their service does occur in the town of Barnstable. Even today, our members were out there in the heat helping to maintain some of the trails over at Santuit Woodlands. I just want to let everyone know that we're going to be celebrating the graduation of these AmeriCorps members. All 18 of them each contributed at least 1,700 hours of service this past year to Cape Cod. And so our graduation will be at the Tilden Arts Center at Cape Cod Community College on July 25th at 10 a.m. if you're looking for something fun to do and celebrating community service.
Thank you very much. 1,700 hours per.
At least.
At least.
Yeah,
That's the minimum.
And I don't know if all of you had paid attention to the mass stranding that happened a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
So it was the largest U.S.-based mass stranding event ever in the United States, and our members helped to release over 100 dolphins back into the wild. There was a total of 146 dolphins that had stranded, and so our members were out there on the flats helping contribute to that.
Are you guys, is your group like on call with IFAR to, really? Along with everything else you do? Yes. Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Discussion? All members in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. That's unanimous. Thank you very much.